Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we will discuss decision tree for regression. In previous video we saw how we can use decision tree algorithm for classification, and now in this video we will see how we can use decision tree algorithm for regression. Okay, so what is decision tree regression? It is a supervised machine learning algorithm used to predict continuous numerical values. What do you mean by continuous numerical values? For example, I have house price prediction, salary prediction, temperature prediction. Like instead of predicting categories like yes, no, spam, not spam, this is a type of classification. Okay, this we can predict decision tree. This we can predict in classification by decision tree. This is an example of basically classification. So for regression, instead of predicting categories, it predicts continuous numerical values. Suppose, like, for example, salary 5 lakh, like temperature 45.7, something like 1200. Okay, so this is what we predict through decision tree for regression problem. Okay, so how it works? Simply see. Same like classification problem. It splits the data, basically classifies the problem into step by step, yes, no form, like classification. Also, it works for regression also. Okay. So, like, suppose I have experience is less than 5. There are two conditions. Yes, experience is less than 5. Yes. Is experience is less than 5? No. Experience is greater than 5. Yes, no. For whom whose experience is less than 5, their salary is 25K. But whose experience is more than 5, their salary is 85K. So this is how it classifies the data, okay, and predicts the continuous numerical values like house price prediction, salary prediction, temperature prediction. Okay. So this is how decision tree works for regression. Okay. So on this data set, I have this as input column, years of experience and their salaries. Okay. On this data set, we will perform our decision tree algorithm. Okay. Now, let's see how we can do it practically. Okay. I will reopen it. Now, first, I will import my required libraries. Import pandas as PD. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as PLT. Import Seaborn as Sn. Okay. Now I will load my data set. Data is equal to pd.read slash csv. So this is my data set. I will right click, copy path, control V. Now I will check my data is loaded or not by checking its first three rows. Yeah, my data gets loaded and these are its first three rows. Now I will plot a graph. Okay, how my data is looking. Okay, I will give data is equal to data because in the data variable I have saved the data. Now plt dot show. Yeah, this is how data is looking like by plotting pair plot. See, first I had years of experience, then I had salary. See, this is how my graph is looking like. Okay, now first I will split the data set into input and output. First I will take my input column, although I have only one input column and only one output column. Output column basically always be one. y is equal to data. I will take my output column, which is my salary. Okay. Now my data gets divided into input and output. Now, now I will split the dataset into training dataset and testing dataset. I will take 80% for the training and 20% for the testing. Okay. Now from sklearn dot model selection import train test split. Okay. Now I will take my all four variables x train, x test, y train, y test is equal to I will call my train test split now for x and y variables because I have input and output in x and y variable. Now I will take test size is equal to 0.2 as I want 20% of my dataset as my testing dataset. I will write random state is equal to 42. Okay, now my data gets divided into training and testing. Now, now I will build the model. Okay, now from sklearn dot tree import decision tree regression because we are dealing with regression problem. Sorry, regressor and plot tree also. I will draw the tree for you. Okay, now suppose I will create an object to call my decision tree regressor. Suppose I'm not giving any max depth now. I am putting my X train and Y train for training the model. Yeah, my training, my model gets trained. Now, suppose I will check my accuracy of the model. X test, comma, Y test into 100. So, 93% accuracy is coming. Okay. Now, suppose I will show you how it breaking our data step by step, step by step. Okay. Now, suppose I will take some page size is equal to 50, 20, let's say I'm taking. Now, plot tree, I will take DT because in DT I have fitted the model. Right now, I will write plt dot show. Okay. So, like, suppose I will give max depth, some max depth I will give. Suppose I'm giving max depth as 3. You can give, you can check the max depth, okay, by giving 3, 4, 5, like this, okay. Yeah, my accuracy is decreased, little bit decreased, okay. But tree I can see now clearly, right? So here you can see first x0 is less than or equal to 0.35. First condition is put x my years of experience is less than or equal to 6.35. Okay. Now, squared error, we already discussed it. This is our squared error. Samples, there are total 28 samples. Okay. Value is equal to 81164. This is your salary. Now, first condition is true. If X is our years of experience is less than or equal to 6.35, then true. Then here it classifies. Now X is less than or equal to 2.55, and this is the salary, and total samples are means total rows are 17. Now, second thing, it false means our years of experience is greater than basically greater than 6.35. Then again it broke. X is less than or equal to 9.95 years of experience, and my salary is this. Okay, so this is how it splitted my data set to get a final decision. Okay, so this is how decision tree works for regression. Okay, similarly, like classification. In classification, we take decisions for categories, and in regression we take decisions by decision tree for numerical continuous values, right? Like salaries, house price predictions, means price of the house. Okay, so this is how we use decision trees for regression problem. Okay, so that's all in this video. In the next video we will see knn algorithm for classification. Okay, thank you.